Israel does it. I know. Some women can pass the same physical standards as men. I know. But we can't have the conversation about the negative aspects of women serving in combat roles in the military without insulting women, demeaning women, oppressing, stifling, hating women. That is what the left wants you to believe. But the left is wrong. We can have the conversation about women in combat without being misogynist, and we most certainly should. We should ask, is this the best thing for our nation? Will women in combat help the military, or will it put our service members in harm's way more than they already are? You won't hear the blunt truth from very many other places, but I'll give it to you straight. The military is not a social experiment. I don't care about the percentages of men versus women. I don't care if girls feel left out. I don't care if combat roles are a boys-only club. All I care about is the safety, the lives of the Marines, the soldiers, the sailors, and the airmen who pledge an oath to give their all for our nation. The elite forces of our military accept only a fraction of those who apply. The standards are stringent, and they must be to ensure the safety of those who carry out the life-threatening missions. Would women be held to the exact same standards? Would they be treated during training with the harsh, the painful, the difficult, the exact adherence to these standards? Or would political correctness weaken and lower the benchmarks? Personally, I don't want this for my country. I don't want to see women in combat. I don't want to see men in our nation sitting back on their heels and letting their wives, their mothers, their sisters, and their daughters experience the horror of combat and the brutality, the abuse, the torture, and the rape if they're captured by the enemy. Cue the feminist screams. They'll argue that men protect women because we've trained them to think we're weak. We've trained women to be weak, to need to rely on men. That's complete BS. The desire, the instinct, the reflex to protect women is bred inherently into men. And it's time that we as a society value that instead of ridiculing it. On the battlefield, men will instinctively risk their own safety, their own life to protect women around them. Will allowing women in combat decrease the overall safety and success of the missions because of this? We must ask all these questions. We must throw out political correctness, and we must put the safety of our military members first when we answer them. Let me know what you think about this on Twitter at @Liz_Wheeler and on Facebook at facebook.com/official Liz Wheeler. And God bless those who serve our nation.